It's natural to always find ourselves rooting for the good guys in the movie, but sometimes there are villains that we can't help but love, sympathize with, or even relate to. Starting off at number 7 is Magneto from the X-Men movies. Magneto's experiences surviving Nazi Germany shaped his outlook on the situation that mutants face in the Marvel Universe. Determined to keep such atrocities from ever being committed against mankind, he's willing to use deadly force to protect mutants. Magneto's first villainous act was attacking a United States military base called Cape Citadel. He then formed the Brotherhood, consisting of evil, angry mutants, to further his goals. Magneto briefly conquers a small nation in South America in hopes of establishing a mutant home there. And while his ruthless pursuit to find a home for the mutants endangered millions of humans, people often sympathize with him because his evil had good intentions behind it. At number 6 is Snape. Snape is one of the most misunderstood villains in movie history. His cold, sarcastic, and controlled exterior covers up deep emotion and pain. Snape is hostile to Harry Potter due to his resemblance to his father James, who bullied him during their time at Hogwarts. The constant pain inflicted by his fellow students at Hogwarts led him to a dark and lonesome place. Despite rejection and a lifetime of solitude, Snape is willing to take on vital tasks in order to help defeat Voldemort and give Harry Potter a chance at a full life. At number 5 is Loki. Unlike other villains who are conniving and evil, Loki is more of a flawed hero. Most of his acts were inspired by the rejection he experienced from his adoptive father. Loki is more of a relatable villain. Like many, Loki just wanted to fit in, and for his great potential to be recognized by his family. When he does not get what he wants, he aligns himself with the other side just to prove a point. It is because of his pitiful attempts to be powerful that we find ourselves rooting for his success, even though the cost is the death of millions of people. Darth Vader wasn't always a villain. He was unfortunately led by a ruthless Sith Lord who had a strong distaste for failure and killed all those who failed him. And like others on this list, Darth Vader is a lovable villain because of his backstory and ultimate sacrifice for a loved one. He turned to the dark side because of love. He wanted to save his dying wife Padme, and in his quest to find answers, came across a Dark Lord of the Sith, whose mission was to bring him to the dark side, and unfortunately, he was successful. Unlike other villains on this list, Dr. Evil has no sad, serious backstory which made him evil. He enjoys killing those who keep him from reaching his goals, which mostly consist of schemes to terrorize and take over the world. His character is a parody of James Bond villains, and his silly manner and odd actions are what make him a lovable villain. The Joker is a criminal mastermind and psychopath with a sadistic sense of humor. His goal is to show that no one is incorruptible and that anyone can be pushed to become evil. He is such a lovable villain because of his lack of personal identity and drive. Where so many other villains are in the business of gaining power, fame, money, or all three, the Joker doesn't care for those things. Instead, he just wants to watch the world burn. Taking first place is Thanos, who was an outcast from the rest of his family because he looked different. And just by looking at him, people would assume that he had bad intentions or was dangerous. His own father attempted to kill him because he believed that he would destroy all life in the universe. He was wrong because he only ever planned to destroy half. When his home planet is destroyed, Thanos makes it his life mission to make sure that other worlds don't experience this. He is likable in a sense because he had good intentions even though the execution was horrible.